So I'm Phil, and if you've never seen me before, I spend most of my life staring at this webcam on this laptop, making review videos for my YouTube channel, Phil Reviews Software. And I make them from just about anywhere. The back of my van, when I'm at home, or at the moment, I'm abroad. And in this video, I'm going to talk about AI, Chat GPT, DALL-E, and all of the other AI software I have been reviewing over the last 6 months, because it's very, very interesting. I want to try and explain basically the difference between the two. So over the last 6 or 7 months on my channel, I've found that the percentage of videos I've been making that are related to AI have become more and more. And I've reviewed all sorts of different AI software. It might be AI SEO software to optimize your website automatically. It might be an AI writing tool, and there's quite a few of them about. Also AI automation software. There's AI art drawing software that creates images. And the whole thing it's mind-blowing, really. And then just before December, Chat GPT arrives. So OpenAI is a website, Elon Musk, and there's other big backers, and they've got two services. They've got Chat GPT and they've got DALL-E. So Chat GPT is where you ask it a question and it gives you an answer. And DALL-E is the art creation tool. So Chat GPT will not just write an article. Chat GPT, you can ask it any question. But that question might be, can you give me some code? And it will actually write code. It will answer, anything you want it to do. Will you give me ideas for a So it's not like a Google search where people have actually written an article. You ask it the same kind of thing that you would ask in Google, but it actually uses AI and its intelligence to actually create that article for you. Now, ChatGPT at the moment is absolutely free to use. They're kind of using us and we're using them. So they're using us because they're finding out what humans want to find out about, and it's learning all the time, so it remembers your questions, remembers its responses, and it's being finely tuned and honed. And in return, we're getting a free service where it's creating articles for us, it's answering us questions, and it's doing some amazing things for free. It's not going to be free forever. And now let's make the distinction between ChatGPT and all of the other services. So let's just name drop a few. Jasper AI you might have heard of. Scalenut AI. Content at Scale. So all of these other companies, there's one I'm looking at the moment called Question Generator, which is really good. It writes, well, there's no point me trying to talk about other software. Let's keep this concise. So all of these services use AI. Now, it's what they do with the AI that you're paying for. So that's what you need to understand. And you also need to understand that ChatGPT is not going to be free forever. At the moment, there's a massive demand for it, and they're using it as a research platform. But the costs of the computing to create all of this AI is massive, and eventually it will turn into a paid-for model. So this is the distinction you need to make. So all of these other companies and the services they offer are still very valid, and what they do is use the AI technology. It might not be OpenAI or ChatGPT's technology, it might be other AI engines, and they use that, and with that they have created other services. So it might be that using ChatGPT, their system has worked out how to optimize a website. It might be that using ChatGPT, their system has learned how to write a full blog post, including images, that is SEO'd. So ChatGPT doesn't do that in itself. So you subscribe to these services because they give you the extra. Because I was thinking about this the other day, because I went on to ChatGPT and I asked it to write an article, and it was like, it was an amazing article. It was perfectly written and it looked totally factual. For example, there's another AI service I'm using, Content at Scale. Now, what they claim is that they write AI articles which even Google will never detect have not been written by a human. So, and they use 3 different things. They don't just use ChatGPT, they use 3 other things to create that. So that is where all of these services come into play, and that's where you get the value from, the value from these services, because they can do stuff with AI that will save you many hours of human work. If you talk about writing a blog article, how long would it actually take for someone to sit down and write that article? The ethics, and I was having this conversation today, the ethics of Chat GPT, of AI writing, because I was thinking it's just going to destroy Google, because basically everything you now search for in Google is going to be a fake article. And the point, I was speaking to the boss, the CEO of one of these AI companies today, and he was saying the thing is it's still in its infancy. So just like AI will be used to do brain operations and brain scans, it's already been used for that. Eventually, the AI articles it creates will become more factual, more useful, and will include all of the correct information. At the moment, it isn't perfect. It's learning all the time. We also talked about the DALL-E, the art packaging, the art, and for example, so DALL-E is, you can try it free on Chat GPT, but some other services like Canva and Jasper AI have also integrated it into their service, so you can create artificial art. It's not there yet. Someone showed me, so someone was demonstrating their software today, which was, he was showing me how his software created a full blog. And you can choose in the software if it uses images from a free service like Pixabay, or if it uses AI generated pictures. And it generated, for some reason, he decided to show me he created blogs along the theme of weddings and wedding dresses. And he clicked the AI button, and he knew it was not going to be there yet. It's not there yet. And it created AI images of people in wedding dresses. And they actually look good when you first look at them. Oh, that looks good. And when you look at closely at them, the AI faces are still just wrong. This is DALL-E. It's not there yet. But in time, as all of these AIs develop and as they learn, those photos will become more realistic. In time, the articles will become more realistic. And very soon, you will be creating stuff by AI that you won't be able to tell has been created by AI. And it is scary, I admit. But I do think you kind of need to be at the forefront of it. I'm going to pause this video briefly, and I'm going to just show you Chat GPT website, and I'm going to show you the other, just a couple of the other services that I use, just to give you an idea. So this is the OpenAI website, and they've actually released some of the research they've... Okay, so this is the it's the OpenAI website, and there's two sections on this. There's Chat GPT down the left, there's DALL-E, and there's other stuff as well. We'll talk about those in another video. But let's just show you Chat GPT quickly. I've logged in, and it's actually quite a simple layout here. So this is what it says. Let's jump in. Okay, so this is the Chat GPT, very simple dashboard. Here's the actual website. That is OpenAI, and you'll see down the left there, there's Chat GPT, DALL-E, and also Whisper. I'll talk about Whisper another time. Chat GPT is what I was talking about. It writes article. You can ask it any question. DALL-E is the art creation. I say art, yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. It creates photos, realistic. It creates anything using AI. So let's have a look at ChatGPT. Very, very simple layout. And it tells you here what ChatGPT can do. So you can ask it a question. Explain quantum computing in simple terms. Have you got any creative ideas for a 10th birthday party? How do I make a HTTP request in JavaScript? So you can ask it technical questions. You can ask it for a piece of code. Now it's telling you what it can do at the moment. It can remember what the user said in an earlier conversation. It'll allow users to provide feedback. So that's how it's learning all the time. It will create its article for you, and then it asks you, Are you happy with it? And it's going to learn from that all the time. And it's also trained to decline inappropriate requests. But it's not there yet. Okay? So, Chat GPT may occasionally generate incorrect information. It may produce harmful instructions or biased content. So it's saying, be careful. There's a disclaimer there. And it's got a limited knowledge of the world and events after 2021. So I found out that yesterday when I tried to find out. I wanted to do a top 10 list of something in 2023. So sorry, can't do that. So I'll just show you how it works now, very simply. Just let's have a look at this. So here's a question that's relevant to me because I'm actually going to go for a swim in a minute. And I want to improve my front crawl, and I'm very, very impatient because I think I'm doing everything right, but everyone's 20 times faster than me. I'm exaggerating. So this is simply what you do in Chat GPT. Put in a question, click the button, and straight away, it's giving me the answer. And it is mind-blowing. So the difference being that if you did this in Google, it would just be finding an article that someone else has written. This is actually is using AI to write this from its own research. So obviously Google's, it takes everything from Google. It's working out what has worked for other people in the past. It's probably analysing all sorts of forums and, and here we go. By the end of this, I'm going to be an expert swimmer. It's still writing away. And it's given me a bit of encouragement because I've said that I'm a bit down with it. And it says that it's muscle memory and it's new tab. So there's my article. Body position, keep us flat. Hand entry, keep your hands close to your head as you enter the water. This is all good stuff. High elbows, yes, that's the one. The kick, the powerful kick. A flutter small and fast rather than big and slow. The breathing, oh, that's the worst bit. So I can print that out. Or if I was going to create, for example, if I was going to create a blog on swimming or a website on swimming, I could put that article up there. So there's one thing. Let's show you another thing it can do. Again, relevant to me. Can you help me increase my active subscribers on YouTube? Hey, subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Let's have a look. Of course, here are some strategies you can use to increase your active subscribers. Okay. I don't do enough collaboration. That's what I need to do. I'm very insular. So I know you could Google this. This is the distinction. I know you could Google these things, but then that is, if you Google it, it's going to be an article written by somebody, whereas ChatGPT is actually analysing what actually works, if that makes sense. And it's writing away. Oof. There we go. So that is ChatGPT. And it's saving the articles there. So once you've created your articles, they will be saved. You can copy them and paste them or read them, and they will all be there. It's learning all the time. I'm going to actually join that because I'm going to join the Chat GPT OpenAI Discord. That'll be interesting. And now we're going to jump in to show you some other software that isn't Chat GPT, but it's AI. Oh, I'll tell you what, while we're doing this long video, I'm actually doing a long video today as well. Do you know why? Apparently, that's good for your YouTube. So let's show you DALL-E quickly. I'm pretty sure I'm already signed up for it. I'll sign up with my Google. I thought I'd already signed up for it, but not to worry. Okay. So, again, DALL-E is creating all of these different pictures. At the moment, they're always square, which I find a bit of a problem. But I'm sure they'll change that in time, And many other companies are jumping on the back of this. And you can... So if you're basically using any AI-generated artwork, you are probably using DALL-E, but it's... For example, Canva have got it. Okay? So what do we want a picture of? We can, so I want a swimmer. So there you go. So say I was writing a blog article on my front crawl, because I'm trying to master the front crawl, a front crawl swimmer in the sea. And I click generate. I thought that was it then. That's what I was doing the other day, by the way. Because I'm away at the moment, I was trying to create, can you see, a realistic background for my videos. So, here's my pictures. And that picture, I'm not saying these, all right, maybe, and that picture are all fake pictures. They've been created with AI, so that you basically, I could use all of those in my blog, and nobody could come up to me and say, you've pinched that off our blog. So the days of stock photo companies, I don't know. Stock photo companies are probably numbered, because it's not, the facial stuff isn't quite there yet. So I'm going to show you. So what we're going to have, a group of dancing teenagers at a party. Okay, the reason I'm going to show you this is because I think we're going to look at the faces there and show you that it's not quite there yet, but it's getting good. Here we go. Now, these look good from a distance, don't they? They look great. But when you zoom in on them, you can actually see that the faces are not quite there yet, are they? So the AI is not quite generating realistic faces, but it's not long away. And I'd say 6 months away until it is creating more realistic stuff. So what I'll also show you in this video is, let's jump onto Canva, which I subscribe to, and I make all of my thumbnails. And here is Canva. And if I go onto Canva now, it's got some new tools. Discover apps. And it's got text to image. I'm going to make a document. So Canva, and this is a free service that's added onto Canva. But if I type into Canva, so what do I want? I want a busy London street scene. I don't know where these ideas come from in my head. With with pigeons. Oh dear. And I click generate image. Now, I'm presuming that Canva is using is using DALL-E, so companies can provide the services. There we go. Look, there is the busy London street with a load of pigeons. As I say, the problem is, say I wanted to create a landscape image. At the moment, all of the images that are created are square. There's one which has even got Big Ben. I mean, it is incredible. It really is. So that's what I'm showing you there, is that Chat GPT is being used within Canva, and also another app within Canva. So now Canva's got an AI writer as well. I use Canva Pro, by the way. And what Canva Pro does is, where's the writing app they've got? I'm sure they've got a writing app. Oh, it's Content Planner. No, it's not. Let's see all of the apps. Where is it? I'm just give me a second. If you ever see these long videos like this of me, I'm basically going to have gaps in them where I'm finding stuff. Just fast forward it till I start talking again. Text, background, auto enhance, auto focus, due to shadows. I'm sure maybe they've taken it off. I'm sure that Canva had some AI writing. Maybe not. So here's one I did earlier. Let's jump to Scalenut, which is one of the tools I use. And here is an article which I've created using their create a blog article in 5 minutes. And I just started with content marketing, but then I wanted to be more specific and how will AI change content marketing? And literally, I pressed a few buttons and it created this article, but it's not just the AI. This is the point I'm trying to make. So within Scalenut, it is also SEOing the article. So it's telling me which words I should improve. So I've not got email in this article, and it should be there 8 to 10 times. So at the moment it's not. So I want to include the word email. I can generate text from that term. So it could be, let's scroll through the article, somewhere like that. Click to the end. Click on the little man there. It's putting email into the article. And now if you look at it, that email score is now within the range. So I want to put the word piece of content. Obviously, if I was spending more time doing this, I'd be looking at the little man. I click the little robot. And then, look, piece of content. So you spend your time making all these things in the article go green. It's actually saying I've got the word Google too many times there. So I want to find Google. Where's Google? Where's Google? Where's Google? So is it saying that? Bear with. So now I've got me four. Yeah, no, I was wrong. Sorry, I was a bit wrong there. It has just probably just pasted those words in. But yeah, I'll click on. So great way is telling me, or infographics. So I've not got infographics. It wants to be 2 times. So get rid of those Googles. That was wrong. There you go. Sorry about that. I want to include the words infographics. So I click on the little man. It thinks about it. It didn't manage to write infographics there. Come on. It's not perfect. With Scalenut, you can instruct it to do different things. So let me just show you this. Let me delete that. Sorry, I'm doing one of those. I'm being a typical Phil today where my mind is struggling. Oh yeah, connectors. So also, say you're writing an article and I've done my conclusion there. So say I wanted to finish this article off with a conclusion. Connectors, I can put in conclusion, and it will start the paragraph with in conclusion. It's thinking about it. In conclusion. And it writes. All right, so you will go into something like Scalenut. You will generate an article. It doesn't just do articles. It does product descriptions. It does a Facebook post. It does anything. It'll analyze your key terms. It will look what the competition is doing, what their scores are. You know, you're getting a C on the grade, so you're trying to improve your content grade and include all of the content. You have to spend time at it still. And once you're happy, post that article up, and it's got a fighting chance of really appearing in Google. And you could be using it to bang out multiple articles a day to climb up the rankings. So that's Scalenut. That's one to look at. Can I show you another one very quickly? Just pause the video while I find one. I won't demonstrate this, but I've just had a demo off the boss of this company today, and he showed me how this works, and it's very impressive. But so here's Question Generator, which I'm going to get my head around a bit later. But what Question Generator does, it's you tell it what keywords you want to create articles for, and it will create multiple articles, including photos, based around those keywords. And then it will automatically tell you when they need to be updated on your website. So say it finds, so that you're always adding new content to your blog so that Google finds it. I'm going to do another review video of that soon. So that's the point I'm making in this very long video, I know. But Chat GPT, amazing. And DALL-E, looking good. And at the moment, they are free. For sure, they will be charging very soon. But don't abandon the other tools that offer amazing services, because they harness the power of the AI and they use it to create different things. So that's what you're looking at is the AI engines, not just Chat GPT, and they are harnessing the power and doing new stuff with it. All right, so that is a long video. It's the first time I felt a bit uncomfortable, I'll be honest with you, chatting away for that long. Yeah. It's only realising when you're talking, you think, I don't actually know much about this subject. But anyway, hope you like it. Hope that explains the difference between the two. And, well, any questions, do post them in the comments. And I will try and answer them as soon as possible. Take care, everybody.